In the early hours of February 1st, 2024, a security camera at a home in Gwinnett County, Georgia, recorded deeply disturbing footage. Asata Amun, just 16 years old, was seen running barefoot down the street after an argument with her father. The video shows the teenager fleeing the family home in desperation. Her father can be heard shouting, "So you're going to run away like a coward, Asata?" She vanishes into the darkness of the night. These would be the last known images of her for more than a year. Police were notified the following morning, but Asata had completely disappeared. There were no tracks, no leads, and no indication of where she might have gone. For months, her mother, Jasmine Dominique, made emotional pleas through the media, hoping someone would come forward with information. The situation grew even darker when investigators uncovered signs of possible physical abuse in the home. Asata's two younger sisters were removed by Child Protective Services. More than a year later, in March 2025, a shocking development emerged. Asata was found alive in Tennessee under the care of child protection authorities and living under a false name. She was safe, but how she survived all that time and where she had been remains largely unanswered. On April 14, 2023, at around 3 p.m., a home security camera in East Haven, Connecticut recorded a terrifying encounter. A man dressed in dark clothing approached the front door carrying a package. Xavier Otero, 37, pretended to be a delivery driver and rang the doorbell. When the homeowner answered through the camera, Otero briefly showed the box and engaged in casual conversation about a supposed delivery. Seconds later, everything changed. Otero pulled out a firearm and attempted to force his way into the house. Watching the live feed, the resident realized the danger and slammed the door shut with all his strength, preventing the intrusion. The video captures the exact moment the attacker is stopped. Frustrated, Otero backs away, runs to a pickup truck parked nearby, and flees at high speed. The family had already contacted police during the confrontation. Thanks to the crystal-clear footage, investigators identified the suspect within hours. Authorities later discovered that Otero did not act alone. Juan Rodriguez Rivera, 31, and Jean Carrasquillo Torres, 26, were identified as accomplices who helped plan the attack. All three were arrested and charged with attempted home invasion and criminal threats. In the early morning hours of July 5, 2025, around 1 a.m., something extraordinary was captured by a security camera in Compton, California. Jessica Ortiz was asleep when her camera detected movement outside her home. The footage shows an extremely unusual figure walking along the sidewalk. The silhouette was tall, unnaturally thin, and appeared non-human. Most unsettling of all, the figure seemed to emit a faint glow as it moved. Jessica only noticed the recording the next morning. When she watched it, she was completely shaken. What made it even stranger, while the door camera clearly captured the figure, the home's exterior motion sensors were never triggered. It was as if whatever passed by had avoided every system except one camera. She showed the video to her son, who watched it 3 times before saying, "Mom, that's an alien. You should call the police." Jessica hesitated, afraid of being dismissed as irrational. She posted the video online and it quickly went viral, millions of views within hours. Experts were divided. Some claimed it was a digital hoax, while others argued the movements were too organic to be fabricated. The mystery gained even more attention because the video surfaced weeks after the 2024 Pentagon UFO report, which acknowledged 21 unexplained cases of unidentified aerial phenomena. To this day, no one has been able to definitively explain what Jessica's camera captured that night. The figure never appeared again, and the video remains one of the most debated security camera recordings in recent history. In the early morning hours of August 20th, 2024, around 1:15 a.m., a home in Hazelwood, Missouri became the target of a devastating attack. The security camera recorded everything from the very beginning. A man dressed in dark clothing and wearing a red mask is seen riding a scooter down the quiet street. He stops in front of a home where an elderly couple, Teresa and Craig, were sleeping peacefully. The footage shows the man dismounting and calmly approaching the porch, holding an object in his hands. Without hesitation, he ignites it near the front door and steps back, watching. Within seconds, the flames spread uncontrollably. The garage door explodes from the heat. 2 vehicles inside are quickly consumed by fire. A neighbor, Richard Miller, was driving home when he noticed the orange glow. He immediately called 911, likely saving Teresa and Craig's lives as they were still asleep, unaware of the danger. Firefighters arrived quickly and stopped the fire from spreading to nearby homes, but it was too late for Teresa and Craig's house. 40 years of memories, family photos, irreplaceable keepsakes were destroyed. Most disturbing of all, the victims and the attacker were complete strangers. Joshua Thomas, 28, was identified by neighbors as the man in the footage. He was arrested hours later wearing the same clothes and red mask. During questioning, Thomas claimed he was simply riding his scooter. Investigators confirmed he lived just blocks away, and neighbors reported seeing him wandering the streets before. No motive was ever established. Thomas did not know the victims. It was a completely random attack that destroyed an elderly couple's life in seconds. He was charged with first-degree arson and awaits trial. On the night of April 21, 2024, around 10:45 p.m., a security camera in Hillsboro, Oregon, captured what appeared to be an active abduction. The footage shows a woman wearing glasses approaching the door nervously. She rings the doorbell repeatedly, constantly looking over her shoulder as if being chased. Her body language shows pure terror. Before anyone can respond, a bearded man enters the frame. He rushes toward her and, seemingly against her will, grabs her and begins carrying her away. The woman struggles, but the man overpowers her. Within seconds, they disappear into the darkness. The homeowner was not present at the time. It was only the next morning, while reviewing camera alerts, that he realized the severity of what had been recorded. He immediately contacted police and shared the footage. Authorities released still images asking the public to help identify both the victim and the suspect. The response was swift. Within 24 hours, both individuals were identified. Police confirmed they knew each other and that it was not a random attack. The suspect was quickly located and arrested. The victim was found safe. While officials released few details to protect her privacy, they confirmed formal kidnapping charges were filed. This case highlights how security cameras have become critical tools, not only for home protection, but for solving serious crimes in real time. In the early morning hours of August 10, 2023, around 2 a.m., a family in Beaumont, Texas, experienced the scare of a lifetime. The father had just returned from work and fell asleep in his garage, his favorite space, which he called his man cave. The doorbell camera recorded the start of a nightmare. An unidentified man wearing a hoodie and shorts appears on the footage, peering through the garage window. Neighbors later reviewing the video said it appeared the suspect was holding a firearm in his right hand. The intruder watches for several seconds, assessing the situation. He sees the father is alone and asleep. Confident, he signals with his hand, calling in accomplices. Within seconds, 2 more men enter the frame. The trio quietly steps into the garage. The noise wakes the father, who instantly realizes the deadly danger he is in. The mother was away on a conference when she received the call. "Knowing I could have gotten a call saying my entire family was gone is unimaginable," she later said. The family managed to lock themselves in a bedroom and call police. The intruders fled before officers arrived. Beaumont police asked for public assistance in identifying the suspects. Investigators believe it was a planned home invasion, possibly a robbery that went wrong when the criminals didn't expect anyone to be home. The case remains under investigation. In the early morning of September 16, 2025, residents of Tonawanda Avenue in Akron, Ohio, were awakened by unimaginable terror. Two attached homes directly across from each other on the same street were attacked simultaneously. A security camera from one residence captured the entire sequence. A hooded figure appears carrying a container and approaches the porch, pouring its contents, gasoline, around the front door. Seconds later, flames erupt. Fire spreads rapidly across the wooden porch and up the walls. Thick black smoke fills the entrance. A frantic 911 call captures the panic. "They just set our house on fire." When the dispatcher asks who did it, the woman responds, her voice shaking, "I don't know. It's a random person. It's a stranger." Several young adults escaped through the back door before the flames blocked their exit. Thankfully, no one was injured. Firefighters arrived quickly, finding flames and smoke coming from both porches. They extinguished the fire before it caused severe structural damage. Neighbors remain shaken. Ayaye Wilson, who lives on the same street, said, "When I came outside, there were firefighters everywhere and smoke pouring from their door. It's insane. I don't know if it was kids doing something stupid or if they were targeted." The fire department classified the incident as random arson. No suspects have been identified, leaving residents fearful the attacker may strike again. The case has been transferred to specialized arson investigators.